Hi, everyone. Today we are diving into a topic that is near and dear to my heart, journaling, and specifically how to use journaling in your spiritual practice. Whether you are a seasoned journaler or just getting started, this video has tips and insights and prompts to help you deepen your connection with your inner voice and the universe. A quick introduction. I am Susan. I'm an intuitive healer and a spiritual podcast host, and have long connected with writing as my therapy, my outlet for expression and anger. And because of that, because it is such a powerful tool in my toolbox, I recommend journaling all the time. But I have foolishly just said journal. And if someone came to me and said, Susan, roast a turkey, I would say, okay, could you please tell me how to do that? And so I am stepping back, and instead of giving you a destination today, I am going to give you the map. This is what I mean when I say journal. This is how you can make it a really amazing part of your spiritual growth and your spiritual practice. All right, first, let's talk about why journaling is such a powerful spiritual tool. Writing can help you connect with your inner thoughts. It can help you clarify your insights. It can help you unlock your subconscious to understand why you're reacting, why you're feeling, why you are expressing things the way you are. It's a practice that becomes meditative when you consistently show up and slow down and reflect. You can begin to tap into your higher purpose, your higher consciousness. When done consistently, journaling becomes more than just writing. It's a sacred ritual. Think of your journal as a safe space where you can explore your soul. You can release your frustrations. You can unlock your magic and your potential. There is no right or wrong to show up in your journal. If you have concerns about someone in your home reading them, then definitely express your need for privacy. Now, if somebody read my journals, they would be concerned probably, because sometimes I'm writing from the perspective of myself 5 years from now. Sometimes I am writing about events as if they have already happened that may not. Sometimes I am writing from my 8-year-old self or to my 8-year-old self. So if they want to go through my journals and see what's in there, then good luck. Did the things happen? Did they not happen? Do I want them to happen? Whatever. But if you do not feel like you have privacy, you can always use writing and burning. It is really the expression. I love keeping my own journals, and I'll use them as my own little oracle deck, opening them up and seeing what the wisdom or what I should reflect on or what needs to be on my heart for the day. And so perhaps it is something you want to keep, but understand that it is the process of writing that holds the magic. And so if you need to write and rip or write and burn, then don't allow feeling like you don't have privacy to keep you away from this really healing practice. Think of your journal as a safe space where you can explore your soul. It's not about perfection. It's about expression. In fact, the more you release the need to edit and write a certain way or even in a certain penmanship, the more freely your higher self can come through. The first step is to create a sacred space for your journaling practice. You can light a candle, you can just make it cozy, or be under a blanket or by the fire. The more you can enjoy the space and the moment that you're creating, the more easily you'll come back to it. And that repetition is what will start allowing you to bring forth more and more wisdom and more insights into those pages. Next, choose the tools that resonate with you. I am a pen and paper girl. These are my journals. I have been using them for years. They're my favorite. They're compact, but not too compact that it's hard to write. They are from Amazon and they're not expensive. I will link them in the notes. But maybe you are a digital writer. It is okay if you prefer to type your journaling. There's no right or wrong answers. I just happen to love pen and paper. I love flipping through books and then going back to what I have written. It just really resonates with me to have paper. Before you start writing, set your intention. Intention is everything. So as we set the intention to connect with ourselves deeply, to relax, even to just begin having fun in this practice, intention really allows us to create an energetic container for the practice. So you may take a breath and set the intention. It could be that you want to connect with your higher self, that you want to explore knowing yourself more deeply, that you want to work through issues in a relationship. Whatever your intention for the day would be, set that before. Now, if you are new to journaling, my advice would be to make a plan, either a daily plan that you do the same thing for a while, or a weekly plan that allows you to be a little creative and switch up how you're journaling each day. But I kind of see it like when you first start a fitness plan. If you walk into the gym and you've got no plan, then you look around and it feels overwhelming and you end up like leaving thinking this is stupid and not worth my time. But if you decide early on that you will have a set routine with your journaling practice until you get consistent with it, until it feels like it is just a normal part of your day, you will be more likely to show up until you have that connection and can't live without it. It's the same as working out. If you have a trainer to be accountable to or classes to show up for, you are more likely to keep going until it becomes something you can't live without. So I would really advise you to have a plan when you start out so you can keep consistently showing up. All right, what would a plan be? So I think an example of a good starter plan would be to start your journaling with gratitude. You can just write a few sentences. You could write out a list if you want, but I think when you're journaling, sentences allow you to connect to the emotion of gratitude. It's not a list. It's not like my health, my family, whatever. It is like, I am so incredibly grateful today that I have this journaling practice, that I am committed to allowing myself to connect deeper. So whatever your gratitude is for the day, but allow it to be genuine. There is nobody who is going to be reading your books. And so sitting here saying like, oh, I'm thankful for this and I'm thankful for this. It's not a checklist. Feel into gratitude and let that spill out onto the page of your journal. Second, have a connection prompt. Have a prompt for your writing. And I like to write the prompt into my journal because when you reflect back, it is nice to be like, why was I writing about that? The prompt can be as simple as reflecting on the day before. Was there a trigger? Is there something in that day that holds a nugget for you? Some kind of learning opportunity. Why did this affect me? Why was I so bothered by this interaction? Because a lot of times when we're in our day-to-day, we see these things happening, but we don't take the time to look for the root cause of why that trigger occurred. And so when you are granting yourself this time, you are setting the intention to connect more deeply. This is a beautiful time for those aha moments to come through, that wisdom to come through that says, oh, you need to heal this part of you. This is just reflecting back to you this situation. That is one of the beautiful things about journaling is with that intention, a lot of times that information that we can't get because we're so busy in our day-to-days, we have stilled ourselves enough for that information and insight to come through. You can even just use this section as a diary entry. Write about what you did. It is beautiful to be able to go back and reflect and see how far you've come or the struggles that you had at this time and you were so worried about this, that, and the other. And 3 months down the road, it seems so insignificant. And a lot of times just having that linear progression of our growth and our development is really helpful when we are dealing with a current situation, knowing that 3 months from now, it will probably also seem like a minute problem. You can write about what you accomplished. We do not take the time to celebrate our wins, and your journal is a great time to give yourself a pat on the back. It is a marker for how far you go. It is like if you see yourself every day you don't notice the same changes. But have you gotten on Facebook and it has a new friend suggestion and it's somebody you went to high school with and you're like, holy crap, you're old, right? Because you didn't get to see them day to day to day to day and work yourself up those 25 years or whatever it's been. It's like in your face. And that's how our growth journey is too, is because we're ever present with ourselves. We don't remember how far we've come and we forget to celebrate all of these milestones and all of these wins. And your journal is a beautiful place to document those. I also love writing premonitions or insights or synchronicities that I have, because those are also great confirmation. As I was building and learning to be more intuitive, writing down what I thought was so great. So I could go back and reflect on that. And so as you are working with spirit to ask for signs, or as little things, synchronicities are happening for you, write them down as part of your spiritual journey. When we start giving those moments the proper light, it is amazing how often they come. And you're like, oh, okay, and another one, because we're paying attention. We're dialed into those. All right. And lastly, in your daily journaling practice, set your intention for the day. What do you want to accomplish? Or what I like to do is, how do I want to feel? What does my body, what does my soul tell me I need to feel today? And what are the two actions that will help ensure I reach that goal or that feeling? So if my goal is to feel impactful, then I may have the intention to post a reel or to reach out to a couple people and check on them if I know they've had some stuff going on. If my goal is to feel more restful, I may carve out time to read a book or to relax a little bit more than I typically do. And so really ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? And know that every day you should have a different answer. If you're really tuning in and listening, the same answers may come up often, but every day is not a 10 activity, go crush your goals kind of a day. Sometimes we have to listen and really choose to hear that we need stillness or we need peace. Remember that intention is powerful and written intention is magic. As you get comfortable with connecting with yourself, it will become a non-negotiable part of your spiritual practice. And the more you allow the flow to flow through you, the more you will be automatic writing, which is divine channeling. Don't hold back. If you are angry, write until the pen is tearing the paper. If you are sad or grieving, write until your tears flood the page. This is your connection. This is your practice. And this is cheaper than therapy. Now, if you have a therapist already, I am not saying dump your therapist and start journaling, but holy hell, it is effective. When you get stuck, there is an endless supply online of prompts for journaling to connect with yourself, to heal your inner child, to hear divine guidance, to find your purpose. And what I always like to do is ask the question 3 times. So if I ask a question, what is under that? And then what is under that? And the more you ask the question, the deeper you get to the true insight that is wishing to come out. Some prompts might be, what does my inner voice want me to know right now? How can I align my actions with my values? What are my values? What is at the core of everything I do? What are 3 ways I have felt connected to the divine this week? What fears and doubts can I release today? These prompts can help you uncover insights and deepen your practice. You can also use your journal with your oracle cards. Ask a question and pull a card, and then instead of consulting the guidebook, just start writing. What is this word or reflection or even the image conjure up for you, and allow your inner voice to come through? Once you have finished writing, read through what you've written. Read and notice any recurring themes or new realizations. And at the end of your journaling practice, I like to use gratitude. Thank yourself for showing up and thank the universe or your guides and angels for guiding you. This closing ritual helps you feel complete and grounded. And there you have it, a simple yet powerful way to use journaling as part of your spiritual practice. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more videos to help you on your spiritual journey. Until next time, keep writing and staying connected.